What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Trev. I can't say I'm back with another video because it's my first video, but today I'm gonna give y'all some game on what y'all should know before you join the Air Force. Let's go. Number one I got on my list, y'all should know what it takes to enlist in the Air Force. So boom, I did some research on airforce.com and the requirements. You gotta be ages 17 through 42. You got to be a U.S. citizen or have your green card, and you should have your high school diploma or a GED equivalent. Also, once you get in touch with a recruiter and you get sent the MEPS, you will take the ASVAB test, which you should be doing some studying on. The minimum score is a 31, but if you hold a GED, you should have a 50 or higher. All right, moving on to number two, you should know how to get in touch with a recruiter and have some good questions to ask. That way you're well informed. So you either gonna go on the Air Force website and apply from there, enter in your email and phone number. I think so, I'm not sure because I didn't do it. But what I did was I went to a recruiting office with my social security card, a government issue ID. At the time I had like a driver's license, and then your high school diploma, and then you just go and talk to them, and then they ask you a bunch of questions, and like you get screened and whatnot, like, you know, in the background check and all that, so you can actually join. So make sure that you're not having like no legal troubles, you're not getting in trouble with the law and stuff like that. That way the process can be more smooth and you don't have to get like things waived. Like I know me, I waited a minute because I had asthma. So make sure y'all have all that taken care of. And yeah. All right, number three, land your preferred job. So once you already go through MEPS and like do your physical and your like mental screening and whatnot, score high on the ASVAB. Hopefully you do because you're studying and whatnot. But you'll have a list of jobs that they'll show you. Like my recruiter, she emailed me a list of jobs like that I can get based off my ASVAB score, and the highest score is a 99. If I was you, I would aim for a 99. That's just me. But yeah, that way you can actually negotiate to get a better job. Like me, my job is mobility force aviator. You shred out. A shred is basically like a shred is like a mini job within a big job. You can either shred out to be a loadmaster, boom operator, and then a flight engineer. So yeah, to land your job, a high score equals high leverage when it comes to getting your job. The Air Force does not technically own you, or they cannot order you around until you actually swear in at MEPS. So with me, if I had more knowledge about that, I would have probably negotiated with my recruiter like, hey, I want this job, but I'm glad I didn't because my job is actually cool and I love what I do. You can cross-train later in your Air Force career to be something else, but don't be bitter because you didn't get the job that you didn't want, and just be pretty good about having professional relationships and whatnot. Definitely score high. That way you can tell your recruiter what you do and don't want and what you're not willing to go for. It's your life, it's your job, it's your career that you're signing on for. You're signing a contract. All right, now moving on to questions that you should ask your recruiter. That way that you're well informed. So I know for me, my personal experience, I didn't want no debt when it comes to like school. So I was like, I'm gonna get the Air Force to pay for it. I joined for my benefits. I joined so I can further help out my family when I move on. I joined to better my future and set a foundation for my future family. Yeah, I wanted them to pay for my school. Make sure that y'all are asking the good questions, like ask about the promotion timeline to commission to be an officer if that's what you want to do. The jobs are available and the bonuses attached to it and the links of the contracts. I'm gonna pop up some questions right here, a little screenshot of what I wrote or took. Some things y'all should just research or like questions y'all should ask. We're not getting scammed in the job process. So boom. Moving on to number four, preparing for basic training. So you want to make sure your physical is right, you feel me? So what I want y'all to do is y'all gonna do some running, y'all gonna do some push-ups, some sit-ups. I'm telling you, I like to lift weights. I like to hoop a little bit, you know what I'm saying? That's my cardio. I don't really do cardio, I ain't gonna lie. I'm guilty, I don't like doing cardio. So I do a little hooping, I do a little weightlifting here and there, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Make sure y'all doing y'all calisthenics. I'm talking, like I said, the PT test is gonna consist of a push-up, sit-up, and run. 1.5 mile run. So if you don't do a whole lot of running like myself, I don't do a lot of running, man. Make sure y'all getting that done. Like I be doing half a mile every day if I was y'all. Like half a mile is real light. Make sure y'all practicing on y'all running form. Make sure y'all cadence is good. Make sure you actually falling into your run and not just trying to like stride out everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna take a toll. Like me, I did my I tried to do 1.5 mile run to see like how I do on time, like a few days out for basic. I cooked my knee, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It felt real swole. It was real stiff. It kept on popping. And I thought I wasn't gonna be able to like go to basic, you know what I'm saying, on time. So make sure y'all keep in good health. Make sure y'all stay injury free and practicing and not overexerting yourself when you trying to like physically train before you go to basic training. Like I said, I don't do a whole lot of running, so it was kind of crazy for me to try to go for 1.5 miles just straight out the gate. You feel me? Like I should try to build up or something like that. So yeah, and then I was also sprinting, bro. So I don't know what was wrong with me. Like you can't sprint no 1.5 mile. Make sure y'all find y'all pace with the push-ups. Like I said, make sure y'all getting good numbers on those push-ups. That way y'all actually performing well on these PT tests that y'all gonna do in basic training. So thank you for watching this video. If y'all found this helpful, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, or share this video with somebody who might need this information. If y'all got some questions, make sure y'all drop them in the comment section. I'll gladly answer anything. I'll answer for it directly, but if I don't got the answer, I could probably ask around because I know a few people who have been through more of an Air Force career than myself. So yeah, any questions regarding anything, I can help y'all out, from being a recruiter to graduating to airman. I did not mention this before, but sometime next week, I'm gonna drop another video about how to prepare for basic training. Make sure y'all hit the bell. Okay, y'all subscribe, that way y'all don't miss the video. But yeah, make sure y'all boys stay prayed up and safe. See y'all in the next one.